Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Angry Hat and today we'll be playing the first Descendant. Little guide is gonna be very quick and very easy for people that have an issue to still defeat the Pyromaniac. I know I've been at it for 2 days, but that's because of my ego. So I'm gonna give you two very good methods. One of them is a 5-minute workshop and the other one involves more input on your side. So let's get right into it, okay? Number one, it is very simple if you don't have an ego. Press enter, go into the world tab and put please help Pyro boss normal. That's it. Well, you say normal, not numrel, okay? That's it. Somebody's gonna invite you or you're gonna jump into their party, whatever. Somebody's gonna help you. It's a pretty interesting community. They help a lot. And that's it. So this is job done. 1 minute, your video, it's done. Okay, you can just go and do that if you want to just jump through it. Now, if you're like me and you have a bit of an ego and you do want to sort of figure out on your own and sort of think that you have some merits in it, I mean, remember, it's just a game, it doesn't really matter as much. If you looked at guys, you're probably familiar with level 100 builds that demolish this guy on normal and everybody just goes, oh, this is easy. But then you can't replicate that because you don't have level 60 weapons. Am I right? I mean, come on, this is just common sense at this point. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So, here's what I'm going to do. Okay? It's going to be very simple. I'm going to give you an example and explanation of why things don't work and what you can do to achieve it. Two things. That's the only thing you need to know. Defense and attack. Okay? Defense. Your Descendant, the best at defense is obviously this guy, Ajax. If you go into characters and press tab, you'll see he's the only one that has absolutely insane defenses. Nothing comes even remotely close, okay? Ultimate Ajax is even worse, but normal Ajax has a ton of defense and you don't have to build into it very early on. And with this build, which is very achievable by anyone in mid to early game, you can do it. You just need HP, a little bit of defense, some heat antibody for the fire resistance in this case, agony and spear and shield. You get these ones through, I think by this point everybody know, you go access info, modules, agony, boom, press F, Vulgus data transmitter, boom, you have a 10% chance to drop it. Go in there, farm the missions and the missions until you get the necessary items that I'm gonna show you. It's just basically 2 mods. That's it. That's the only 2 you need. It's agony and spear and shield. Both of them are very early in the game, so you don't need to really try hard or anything. Just have some patience, okay? That's it. This is the build of your Ajax. Now, if you have Ajax, this is more than enough. You're done with the defense bit, as long as you have a level 40 with 16,000 defense. If you're not Ajax and you're Freyna, you're a bunny hopping or whatever, then there's one thing you need to pay attention to, okay? You can increase your tankiness, and I don't know why people don't talk about this. You see these modules, your external components. Well, you have HP support, defense support, and many other types. You have the marksman, the veteran, the whatever, okay? What you're looking for, go and grind these. They just drop from random mobs everywhere. Go into level 50 mission, for example, and just grind for things like these. Like a defense support sensor with chill resistance. In this case, you want fire resistance, okay? Look at this. This is a level 52, okay? You can get materials up to level 64 or 65 when you fight the Pyromaniac or just before that. Okay, so you can increase these things. You can have a defense auxiliary power with or defense support, whatever, with max defense that has an extra 1000 defense or even 2000 defense if you're lucky, and 1500 or 1000 fire resistance. You get 4 of these, you get 4000 resistance to fire, okay? And it's double of the requirement, which is going to make any other Descendant as tanky as Ajax for this fight if you need to. And this is if you need to increase survivability. You don't need to go on crazy loopholes. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Just go for 1 hour and grind some missions, whatever mission you like. Grind it for an hour, something that has loads of mobs. Just defeat all of the mobs and you're done. Once you have defense and fire resistance, you're good. Put them on preferred, if you don't know how to do that, that's pressing U on your keyboard. I don't know what is on consoles. You figure that out, okay? Google it, but that's what it is. And that's pretty much it. Reactor doesn't really matter in this case, but anyway, anything over 66 is not achievable, so that's it. End of story for defense. It's not that difficult, but you need to have fire resistance. And then once you're in your inventory, press W, or just up on the console, I don't know what it is. Make sure this is over 2100s, okay? Make sure it's over 3000 if you are on any other descendant. If you're on Ajax, even 1000 is enough, okay? That's it. And then on your descendant, just add hit antibody and some defenses. Nothing else. No skill expansions, no skill cooldown, no catalyst, no nothing. You don't need any of that, okay? Just make sure that you don't die when the guy looks at you and flames your bomb, okay? Damage, second phase. This is very, very easy, okay? So, I have 3 machine guns here of level 53 and 52. The reason why I'm showing you this is for you to understand that you're not using the best, the most efficient tool at your disposal, okay? Why? This weapon, the Cygnus, has 24,000 DPS, 33,000 with the mods, with an entirely done rifling reinforcement, okay? Then Unfinished Study, which is a rare one, which is basically the purple one, right? Has a 36,000 modded. And then we have a Tamer, sorry, is this one here. I want to showcase to you this one here, the level 52, okay? Put this one back. So the level 52 Tamer is, with nothing on, is 45,000, okay? So that's 45,000 DPS with nothing on it. This is 27,000, 36,000 with mods. This one without mods does more damage than other similar level weapons with mods, which means this one with this setting, which is easily achievable by anyone except mental focus maybe, okay, except this one, but everything else extremely easy to achieve, okay? And gets to 61,000. Now this is not the weapon you'll be using. The one you'll be using, that's even more damage. This is just for you to explain to you the levels and the weapons, okay? First of all, level matters because levels gates how much damage increase a certain weapon has. A level 100 Tamer is going to do 100 damage raw, okay? Just raw DPS with no mods on, which is double what this one does, okay? So obviously level gates behind level is gated the potential growth of a weapon, okay? So what you do, you get yourself a level a Tamer, because the Tamer has 70% more damage than any other machine gun at similar levels, okay? So you go on, not access info, you go in your map, you go on Agnet Desert, which if you're at the Pyro Boy is gonna be open, and you go in the Remnant area, okay? So you go in this area here, and this has a level 47 drop for Tamers at 50% chance. You do once or twice the mission and you're gonna get it, okay? That's it. Once you've done that, you come back to Albion, you come here at the workbench, I think everybody knows by now, okay? And what you do, you get one random level 60 weapon, or whatever, say 66, 65, whatever you have, a weapon that you don't use of high level, and you infuse it into your Tamer. So now your Tamer becomes a 62 weapon, okay? That's it, end of story. Now you have this level 62 Tamer. This is your setting, this is what you have, okay? Plus mental focus if you're lucky. I would highly suggest you get mental focus, but it's very, very rare. I was very lucky to get this, and I will explain to you why. It's because mental focus, if you look at these, I think it's a 1.5% chance, which is ridiculous. Is 1.5% chance of getting it on Void Fragment mission as of now. I think it was at 5% chance on a mission that I've done last week or some, I don't know where, but I got it. I didn't even know what that was about. I just found it in my inventory, and then I was like, wow, this mod seems really good. It takes off some fire rate, but it gives you attack for 2 seconds up to 150 stacks when you shoot Okay, so it racks up the attacks for 2 seconds, which means this is best used in weapons that have high fire rates, like your bad boy here that has 735 fire rate and can go up to 833. Okay, so chill enhancement, it's just we're just gonna mod it all over again, so I explain the process. This is very easy. Okay, you get your DPS weapon 67,000. Main thing you have to look out for here, you need to have chill attack, like non-negotiable. Please roll the stats of the weapon until you get chill attack. Why? Because chill attack does extra damage against the pyro. Okay, if you don't want to roll, that is fine, but make sure at least you don't have fire attack on it. That is going to reduce the damage you do to this guy. Okay, but if you want to use it further down the road, okay, no problem, just do whatever, but make sure you don't have fire. And if you want, get the chill attack. It's gonna add a little bit of damage, which is not just a little bit, it's a lot. Okay, because that guy takes extra damage. Then here you can have whatever you want. I suggest having Colossus damage, increase fire rates, and increase attack. So firing rate and attack of the weapon. Now if you want other things, it's not really a necessity because you're gonna change many more weapons after this, but this is gonna give you a helping hand right now. I rolled a few to get these. It wasn't the best, but I went with what I had. Okay, but get this tamer at level 40 is better than level 60 and 70 machine guns in terms of damage. So a level 60 does a ton of damage. Okay, now let's mod it. Now we're not gonna put any maxed out mods because by this time you're not gonna have them. Okay, I'm gonna get you rifle reinforcement only 3. Okay, this is gonna give you only 15% attack. You should be able to put more, but you're not gonna go over 47. 47 is the limit, so that's it, right? Then second, what we're gonna do, we're gonna use after the attack, we're gonna get with fire rates. And this is going to give you a 50% fire rate. This is just halfway there, but this increases by 10,000 your damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, once you have this, you want the damage that is particular of this guy, which is chill enhancement, and this is going to do 15% extra damage of the firearm attack as chill damage. And after that, we're gonna use expanded weapon charge. Now this one, not this one, but let's use this one because this is a bit better, right? If you use the one that has a bit more capacity, it's gonna be 92,000. But if you use one that has only 2 or 3 levels, which is like 2,000, 5,000 Kuiper, it's good. It's 91,000 damage. And then the big G is this guy. If you have mental focus, that would be absolutely perfect. I would highly suggest you go and grind for this, but it's gonna be a long, tedious grind. If you're not lucky, this could take potentially 2 to 3 hours of just doing the same stupid mission over and over, and it's kind of annoying. I know it's kind of annoying, but you have to do it. Now this one is really where this weapon can shine. That's it, that's the build. Let's go and get one done real quick, and that's the video. That's it. It's gonna over is not gonna take too much, but that's pretty much the video. There's not much you need to do really. You just need to be patient. But if you're not using the tamer, you're losing 50 to 70% of your damage. Ajax is the best because putting down one of these shields just allows you to be protected and shoot continuously, which means you don't have to move around as much. And not moving around as much means you have more flexibility to shoot, which increases your DPS. So let's just have a quick look at this guy. We have a bunny. Wow. Let's put a shield down and let's just shoot. Just shoot this guy. And look at the damage. This is just ridiculous. You keep dropping the shoulder. Oh. These people also know what they're doing. You know, you don't even have to hurry. You don't need to rush it. Now, the left shoulder pad. Oh, he's already got immune. We are melting this guy. Okay, this is not how it usually goes, but going with the public, you can still have very good chances. Get the hummingbirds off, and just pay attention to your teammates that they don't die. And if somebody needs help or anything, just go and help them, protect them. Look at the health bar in the right side. These guys seem to be pretty okay though. So actually this is a pretty good lobby. But you see, there's a guy that is pretty low on health. Let's just put a shield down. Maybe even, boom, drop a bubble. Just shoot the head. It's fine. The best thing would be to shoot the shoulders yet again, even if there's no pad. There's still like soft tissue, seems. There you go, put a shield, protect everyone. That's it. However, the lady with the sniper was doing pretty short work of it because there was what's the name of it? The silent ninja, and she does pretty decent damage. She does very decent damage because she has an increasing boost when she comes off the ambush. So she's into camouflage, comes off camouflage, shoots with ambush, and that is like at least 70% of extra damage. So it's, you know, that's a lot of damage. It almost doubles your damage. Come from the bride, or you come from the beginning bosses level 30. It's, you know, seems like, oh, this is gonna be easy peasy. It seems like all the bosses are made of butter. No, this one is actually pretty strong. It's the first one that requires a little bit of grinding. It's a DPS check, but it's fine. Look, if he gets too aggressive, too close, just drop a bubble if you're Ajax. Otherwise, just use the coverage around you. And that's pretty much it. He's gonna break the bubble at these defense levels. With you know, with a big lava ball or whatever the hell it is, with a big attack. For example, you see these guys are pretty new. They don't know what they're doing. Just drop a bubble, protect them. Boom. I don't know why that bubble went through. I don't know what is happening here. I think there was a bit of lag. That guy's going for it? Yes. Let me take aggro on this guy. And I run out of rounds. You see, this is a more... typically bad sort of lobby. You know, one that you will get and you'll think like, oh my god, this is difficult. No, it's not. You know, it will take you a lot more time, but you can still do it. Just boom, drop yourself a shield. You see, that guy has a tamer as well, so he's pretty much helping with the damage, which is great. But usually you shouldn't want to have to do more than 2-3 million damage on your own. If you do more than 3 million damage on your own, obviously with this build, it means that the team you had was pretty garbage, so to speak. And it happens. Not everybody has the knowledge, you know. Not everybody's perfect, so it's fine. When he goes into rage mode, he's got like that thing on his back, sort of dildo, whatever. Just go and destroy it. Pay attention to your mates here, because this guy doesn't have fire resistance. He came with a Blair at the fight for a fire resistant boss, so you understand this. Basically, I'm doing all the damage on my own, and it's still pretty okay. I mean, you see, it's decent. We just have to make sure these guys don't die. So that is absolutely great. Put a shield down. Ah, those guys as well. Did he get it? Well, let's get aggro. Let's try to keep the aggro on us, so the other guys are pretty free to move. Right, let's get some extra weapons. Boom! Drop the bubble down, which is gonna give you increased fire rates. That doesn't go through. Sometimes it's gonna be buggy and it's gonna go through. It's weird. Make sure you save them at all times. This is gonna reduce the DPS that you do, but you have to. Right, so let's move away. Get ourselves some HP from the water. Jump in the lava if you know you can get HP from them. From the lava, it's fine. You're gonna get a bit of damage, but if you have those fire resistances, you shouldn't have a problem with it. I'm basically fighting this guy alone. These guys are doing no damage, and on top of that are also taking a lot of damage. So they are also wasting time, because I have to interrupt my shooting to go and help them. And it's still okay. It's working a lot slower, and you have to have patience if you happen to have a team like this. These guys are here for the first time. They have no idea what they're doing. You know? You kind of have to pay attention. Look, there's... Make sure you jump these. Stay in the middle. Boom. Put a shield down. Whenever you can, just pay attention that nobody dies. You have to kind of... Yeah, and then I die. You have to try to keep them alive. They're gonna die now. That's bad, because they have to move a lot. Yeah, they're gonna die. Well, it's gonna mean a death count for us. Are they gonna be able to revive me? Nope, not at all. Oh, there you go. Maybe now. I'm gonna drop a bubble down immediately. And he's out of range as well. But that nobody's doing this. This is one thing you want to do at all times. Motherfucker, you're hiding behind it. This is made more difficult because these guys don't know what to do. Okay? That's the problem. But it's doable. It's still doable. Patience. Get inside your... Nah, never mind. Get yourself some mana. Get a shield. And shoot them. Okay, even if these guys don't do a lot of damage, they're still helping. They're taking aggro from him. As long as they don't die or you can revive them, it's fine. Now we're not gonna go revive the guy, because we should be almost done. By the time he's up, I'm gonna pull the trigger on last time, and that's it. There you go. And he's done. Okay, this was a pretty bad team. They didn't manage to do anything. They died a lot. Like, it happens. It happens, especially in the beginning. Okay, this happens to our teams a lot. $6 million damage. So I did almost all of the damage myself. And I also received 50,000 damage. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. I know this video might be a bit on the longer side, but I really wanted to showcase this fight, because this fight is what you will typically get. Don't get discouraged. I've seen many people just leaving mids of the fight because they see a dude randomly died and they think like, oh, these guys are not gonna have it, are not gonna be able to do enough damage. Look what I didn't even had my processor on. Okay, so with the processor on around level 60, my damage would have been slightly on the higher. Usually when I go with, I get this one that has 2000 defense. Now take 1000 off, and I'll still be about 20,000, maybe 21,000 defense. Okay, so without this, I'm fighting at a disadvantage here, and still with this stupid build, I was able to get it done with that team. Okay, but you need to have patience. You need to be patient, you need to stay focused. That guy, when he died his last death, that was a dangerous game because we almost killed it. But if I would have died there and they didn't have the DPS, for example, we would have failed. You know how many times I failed to defeat the boss at the last second because I thought there's just a slither of damage, we need to do more. So everybody just stands and shoot, and this guy just wipes everybody out. There's nobody alive to, you know, to revive you, and that's it. We failed at 10%. So yeah, that's it. So just remember, grab some defense, grab some modules. If you have Ajax, much better. I don't think you can grind it by now. You need to get over, you need to get to the fortress, which is the last map. Until then you can't really grind it, and get yourself a tamer. No matter the level, just get yourself a tamer, add some chill attack, make it 85-90,000 damage, and you'll be doing 6 million damage, which is about 6 out of 8 million damage of health that this guy has. He doesn't have more than 8 or 9 millions anyway, but you'll be doing more than 50% of the damage guaranteed. If you have another friend, give him this loadout, you'll be breezing this guy. You have yourself a great day.